Make sure that I can hear.
Hey, our last stream, the React All Nighter, has 69 views.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Hey, our last stream, the React All Nighter, has 69 views.
That's pretty cool. All right, cool. So our audio is good. Sweet. Let's kick it off. Hacker rank, right?
So HackerRank, this is just like the first practice algorithm they have under their practice tab. So this one's called Solve Me First.
Sweet.
Okay, so I'm just gonna review it first, what they want me to do.
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, you're sharing like a blank web zoom.us. I'm not actually seeing.
It's not even letting me.
Did you share the window instead of the desktop?
Oh, yes.
You might have just shared like the wrong Chrome instance.
I guess I thought I did the right one, but I guess not. Okay, did that fix it?
Booyah!
Cool. Okay. So here's the algorithm. So yeah, I'll just review this what they want to have accomplished first, and then we'll dive into it one here. I do have coffee. Coffee noting.
While you're reviewing it, I'm gonna get my coffee.
Okay, excellent. I think we should show our mugs.
All right, here's my empty mug. Wait, can they even see me?
No, your video is off.
Stop sharing and let me have my moment in the sun.
Okay. Be free.
Wait,
What?
why does it still not show me? How about me? Oh, you know what? I think I am on screen this whole time.
Did you start your video?
I need to bring it to front. I put your face in front of my face. That's a mistake.
My face is scary.
I'll figure that out. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. No need to worry
Okay.
about it.
Well, I was just showing.
It's great. It's Christmassy.
Yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
snow.
snow
Mhm.
for like 3 days, starting Sunday. So, I won't front. It's decaf, but it's doing its job.
Bam! My face.
I still don't see it.
I know because it's in the like stream preview that's on my
Oh,
other
it's
monitor.
your stream.
This is
Okay.
just Zoom. So, and also like because the room is better lit now, the my face looks darker now because it's like bright behind me.
Oh.
But I'm cool with that because we can see better, and that's
Get you a ring light.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen again. So we are here. Okay. Complete the function solve me first and compute the sum of two integers. Complete the solve me first function in the editor below. Two following parameters: integer a first. Sum of a b. Cool. So it just has to be a number equal to 1 and greater or less than 1,000. Or 1,000. JavaScript knows. Okay. So we have some like base code here. So it just wants me to write the function here. To int. Hang on.
I really hope I misunderstood that problem because it looked easy, right?
It's
It's
really,
really easy.
Okay.
So I guess if it wants it to be a number, so the constraint is it wants it to be a number greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to
And you just add them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this has got to be like a learn how to use HackerRank type of thing, more than anything else, right?
Probably.
All right, cool. Well, you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I'm just gonna write an if. me share this link.
Okay.
So you're just writing validation logic to make sure that it follows the constraint?
Yes.
I don't think you need to. I think those constraints are guaranteeing you. They're giving you a guarantee, I think.
Well,
Okay, then let's just write, I mean, really what level 4 is.
Yeah, because it even had a comment that said like return, right?
So, do we need to have a variable though that's like the answer?
Not necessarily, right? So if you're thinking of a function, you could put it in a variable and return that variable, or you could just return the expression.
So
Just like by expression, you mean like put a plus b equals ab or c.
You don't even need an equal sign. So I think you're thinking.
Oh, a plus b.
Yeah, you're like thinking in math terms instead of.
Yes. Let's just see what it does.
Yeah, it was literally like
Okay.
a, hey, this is how to use HackerRank. All right, good job, you're OP.
Yay.
Look at those
Right.
dumps.
Look at those, get those dumps. Okay, next challenge.
Sweet.
Let's see what they have for the next one. Compare the triplets.
All right, I like this. This is better. Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna read this completely out loud. I'll read it and then I'll summarize what it wants us to do.
Dope.
Okay, so this is just their example. So what else to do? A is greater than B. So what else? Complete the function of your triplets. Blah. Okay, so then the constraints are the same, I guess. We don't have to write logic. That is just
Yeah, I think they are telling you
that's what it has to.
that they're going to give you this function. If you scroll down, there will be a space for you to write the function.
Right.
Function main, let's see, compare triplets. Yeah. And so compare triplets takes two arguments, A and B, and they are promising you that A and B are going to have particular values of a particular type. I think that's what the point of constraints is.
That's accurate. Okay. Cool. So there's here.
So what is your kind of thought process?
I'm trying to wrap my mind around this input format. First line contains three space separated integers. So that's making me think it's going to be like an array of their scores.
Nope, it's a string. It's a string, but you want to turn it into an array. So, and do you know how you would do that?
Turn a string into an array.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is there like, I know how to like take a string and like hand write it to an array, but is there like a method that you would do that is that where you would say?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and you've done it a bunch of times.
Is it map?
You could use map, but no, that's not the normal one. No,
It's something like split.
it is. It
It is
is.
split?
It is exactly split. Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, if you want to just kind of do a warm up, you can scroll down and just console.log your arguments, if you're trying to understand and if the prompt is not super clear, just console.log A, and on a second line console.log B, and just run it. That's something that I do as kind of a warm-up a lot of times.
That's what I did on Vandivier for debugging.
Nice. It's mad because you didn't return anything. So yeah, so let's go return something. What's the expected return type?
Probably gonna be an integer. Alice's score is in the first position and Bob's score is in the second. So I guess it could be Alice's score separated by a comma, Bob's score. Or it could just be line and line, Alice, Bob.
Okay, yeah, that's weird to me what they're saying, return int of 2. That's like, are they just saying return the number 2?
I think they're saying they want to return 2 integers. Alice's score and Bob's score.
Got it. It's an array of length 2 is what they're trying to say. It's an array of length 2.
Exactly right.
And and the values are integers, so it would be Alice's score, comma Bob's score. Yeah, so just return like something that matches that format, even if it's not right, just so that we can see those consoles.
Okay. Do I need to write like something like this?
I think it should be an array of length 2, where the values are numbers.
So just like A, comma, B?
A and B are not numbers; they're strings.
Oh.
But like you could, like any 2 numbers, you can just hard code it even if it's wrong. Yeah, that works. Just to make the function return, even though it's going to fail, but it should not error at least. Yeah. So it says wrong answer, but there's no error. And so your output standard out. Cool. Debug output. That's what we're looking for. So when you did console.log A, console.log B, that's what it printed.
Cool. Okay. So we have A and B.
I'm really surprised by that actually, because I thought they were supposed to be strings. Space separated strings, no?
That's what it said.
Yeah.
Input format. The first line contains 3 space separated integers,
Mm-hmm.
which would have to be a string of integers. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I guess we'll start fiddling with it and see what happens.
Cool.
Cool. Alright. So, basically what I'm thinking is like A will have to turn, well, okay, but that's the thing. Did they, is this them splitting it already?
Maybe. So that /n should be splitting on a new line. It should not be splitting on a space character.
Okay.
Oh, can you scroll down further in the main function? So in the main function,
Right here.
yeah, so they do pre-split it for you.
That's what I was, because this is an easy challenge.
Yeah.
And splitting is not hard. But they literally don't want you to put that much in your answer function for these ones. They really just want you to put exactly, like, we're assuming A is already an array, B is already an array. We're going to iterate through those and compare the two. So I'm thinking of writing like if logic.
Yep.
So if, else if, and else. And we'll have 3 comparisons within
Yep.
that.
Sounds great.
And then we'll return based on that logic. Sweet! Okay, let's start it. Is anyone watching?
Yeah. Let me see. What's up, internet? Looks like 2 people. Oh, I should check the chat. Yeah, if y'all are trying to chat me, I'm about to check the chat because I haven't been looking.
At us in the chat. I'm gonna start writing this logic.
We got a buddy on Twitch and a buddy on YouTube. Sup, buddies?
Buddies?
Buddies is gender neutral. It's 2021. Do you agree with that?
Sure. I agree.
How do you feel about broing or duding chicks? How do you feel about that? I don't know.
I think it's funny.
Okay, it's allowable.
It's allowable. Yeah, I think it's funny.
Dope.
But I also don't get offended easily, so.
It's because you're a cool person.
Thanks. You're cool too.
I mean, yeah. Duh.
You're also very confident.
Yeah, overly so. It's a problem. Like, look at me. If you like, I haven't even shaved recently. Like, I shouldn't be this confident. Look at this guy. He looks like a jerk. Whatever. Okay.
Alright. So our first comparison was what? A greater than B.
Yeah. Here's an interesting question. Can we assume that A and B are the same length? Because if we can, you could just loop through A. You could just loop A dot length number of times. It's one idea.
Yeah, no, because we can assume because they tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
If that weren't the case, then we would not be able to just go off of dot length.
Right.
But in this case, yeah.
Because you're going to want to do it like some number of times, right? Is it always 3 times though, or is that just the example?
I think this is just the example, but what we do like A dot length is greater than B dot length, then return something. Would you write it in the logic?
So you're thinking about like, what if they're not the same length? Is that what you're thinking about?
No, because I guess like if they are the same length, would we even need to use dot length?
If they are,
I don't think you're understanding. I'm gonna start typing.
Yeah.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I'll just write it based on like what I know right out the gate.
So
So A, I'm just gonna do index. No, it wouldn't be. Yes, because you're gonna have to compare each index of A. Let's take this. Oh, I mean, I can literally. Oh, why did it not do my braces right? There. Okay, so we are adding points. So we're gonna have to increment points to each one. So does that mean we need like two empty arrays, one for Alice and one for Bob?
Yeah. No. You need 2 empty variables, but they wouldn't be arrays.
Okay.
Also, like,
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend 25 through 27 that you put those in a comment.
I'm
gonna take them out like almost immediately. But this makes you feel better. Okay. Just say Alice. So like that for empty variables?
So they need some values. So
Okay.
yeah, so
0.
I think that's right, 0. It'd be like their starting score, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is before you start comparing their scores to each other and giving points. if index of A is greater than index of B, then Alice is awarded a point. So we're going to increment Alice. Else, okay, so here's my question. For index of A equals index of B, I guess I could do another else if statement, and then the else statement could just return null, because any other comparisons that you have, we're not going to have logic for.
So it's in the ballpark, but there's a few things. One is that, like, none of these should be using the return keyword, because that will exit the function.
Okay.
Right? So you just want to increment Alice.
Okay.
Or Bob. And two is you could have another else if where you check if they're exactly equal, but do you need to?
No, I guess the only reason why I was thinking that is if it would view like a greater than or equal to and a less than or equal to, like differently than these, or if it would just assume that the remaining one is comparing the two directly.
So what will happen in order for it to reach an else block? Let's say that you don't use a condition and you just use an else block. Because that's the alternative, right? Either we have some condition, or we definitely need to handle the case, but maybe we don't need a condition. Maybe it's an implicit condition. So what would the implicit condition be? It would be A of I is not greater than B of I, and it's also not less than B of I. So there's only one other logical possibility.
Okay.
So you can check for it explicitly if you want, but you could just use the else.
I'll just use the else. Then neither person receives a point. So
Yeah, and honestly,
just put a null there?
what would happen if you put null there?
I guess it's then it wouldn't be like awarding 0 points. It would just be like it doesn't work.
Yeah, if I'm understanding what you're saying, you just want to write the word null, or what do you want to do?
I guess it just says neither person receives a point, so what would I just do, like 0?
You could do plus 0, but do you need to?
No, so do I just leave it?
Yeah, you could just leave it. I think you can even just delete the else case. Like, I don't think you even need it, right?
Okay, so this is where we're at so far.
Sweet.
Take this out. This is more. So what are we really missing? Is this iterating through each index of A?
That's a great question.
Right now? No.
I love it. You answered it, and you're correct. One thing, I don't know if this will help you, but just writing out in pseudocode, or even just talking out loud, like what you're planning to do.
Yeah. So one thought I have is to wrap this if logic, or this block of logic, in a for loop.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the easiest way.
Yep.
So I guess like for index. Yeah, we can just write like the normal for logic.
Sweet. I like it.
It's good practice anyways. It's for logic. It's handy. So, is it less than? I less than?
Yeah.
Would it be this would be like A dot length?
Yeah. So this is what we were talking about earlier. Like, can we trust that A and B are always the same length?
In this instance, yes,
but theoretically, what if they weren't?
Yeah. So if they are the same length, you could use A dot length or B dot length. It doesn't matter because they're the same length. But if they weren't the same length, what would you do?
I guess I would see whichever one is the greatest length
Yeah.
and use that one.
Bingo.
Or if you know that they're both under, for an arbitrary number, 100,
Yeah.
like indexes, then you could just do like I less than 100.
Yeah, if you knew some arbitrary length, that's true. But the general strategy would be to go for the larger one. A shortcut you could do is in this specific problem. There's a shortcut that you could do, but you wouldn't always be able to do the shortcut. So the usual thing is you get the larger one. That's called the bounding condition, right? Kind of like in chemistry too. I don't know if you're, yeah, it's like the constraining factor. In this case, we know that if you're the higher like score, I don't know if that's the correct term, but like if A is bigger than B, then A gets a point, right? And if one array is larger than the other, then the short array, the index of I, which exceeds the length of the array, is always going to have a value of undefined.
Right.
So it's either going to error or it's going to lose, and the other guy gets the point. So you could just add that many points to the other guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. So there's like a couple of different ways, but it sounds like we've identified like two best practice ways.
Sweet.
So in this instance, since we can assume we'll just go with A dot length, and then
Cool.
but we need to wrap this.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a syntactic problem with your for loop.
Does the for loop need to go before the variables?
It's not about the positioning of the for loop. The position is fine. And in fact, if you put the for loop before, so what's the difference between const and var?
Const is where you want like the variable to stay the same, but the value can be like immutable. So this can change.
No.
Logic.
Nope. Because that is a primitive. If you have an object, the properties of an object can change, but the object reference will not change.
Okay.
A number is not an object. It's like a primitive, so you can't even change that value.
So this should be a bar.
I would use let. So yeah, but what's the difference between let and var?
Does that have to do with like ES5 versus ES6?
Yeah.
And let is the like current version.
Yep, but there's like a key difference. So
I looked this up. Hang on. I still have it up.
cool.
We need to pause.
That's fine.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought my mom called twice. I was like, that's not good.
That would be better.
She left a message. So I got 2 notifications. Okay, so let me see.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. She's definitely not watching.
Here
we go. In ES5, we can only define the variables by using the var key. In ES6, there are 2 ways to define variables that are let and const. Oh, it doesn't tell you why though. Just says that was a thing.
Yikes, what a terrible article. So the difference between let and var is the scope. So var is a higher level scope.
Like global?
It's not necessarily global. It's just the maximal allowed scope. So inside of a function, it would be function scope. If you declare it outside of the function, it would be script or global. But let is block level scope. So if you did move the for up, that would reset Alice every loop. So we have a really good reason not to move that for loop up, right?
Right. Well then here.
Nice.
Just
Nice.
get the answer.
Mm-hmm. Boom. I like it.
So
So I am missing.
You are, but that is not a
That's not the big.
that's not a syntactic issue in the for loop. But that is another.
Oh.
That is a second issue that you have. Boom. Got it. Cool. So we have fixed the syntax issue, but we still have a logical problem, which is that we are using a variable that was never declared.
So that would need to be.
Cool. So now you're using a variable that is declared. And this works. There's a simpler way to do it, which is just to say let I equal 0 in line within the first.
Oh,
Like here.
Yeah.
I forgot you could do that. Let's just do that.
So the I equals 0 being repeated twice, one of those should get deleted.
Then
It declares. Okay.
Yep.
And lets you know that you're starting your count at 0.
Yep. All right. So this is a good looking loop.
Okay, so let's just talk through it. I'll just read it.
Nice.
So for an index starting at 0, for every index less than. Should this be less than or equal to?
Let's talk about that, because at one point you did ask, you're like, hey John, is it less than a dot length? And we talked about like a versus b, but we never actually talked about less than versus less than or equal to.
So this one, I feel like needs to be less than or equal to because you want that last index to be compared as well. This one will be less than because it's comparing scores.
Okay, so let's think about what if we do that. So what would be the last value of I?
The last value of I, in this instance, would be index of 2, which...
Nope. Nope, if you're... So you're using the example that they gave, the sample input?
Yeah.
So how many elements were within A?
3.
3. So what is the length of A?
3.
Yep. So what would be the maximum value of I? Okay, hold on. Are you saying with the less than or equals?
Less than or equals
Yeah.
with our for logic.
That's right. So if it was less than or equals, what would be the maximum value of I?
3.
It would be 3. And what is A? What is the 3 index position of A?
2.
Nope.
Oh, the 3 index position of A?
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
It's undefined. That's right.
Undefined.
So you have proven to yourself that an I of 3 is something you want to avoid.
Okay.
Right? Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I like that you were able to like speak technically there, right?
That was fun. And this is, I'm glad you're doing this because it's like causing me to practice
Yeah.
using the language.
So you have two options. You could use less than or equal to, but you want to avoid the possibility that I ever equals 3. So what should you do?
Put the less than or equals in the logic.
Nope.
Can you ask me the question again?
Yeah. So let's read through the for signature line, because the I++ here is gonna be
Wait,
helpful.
oh. You don't want the index to equal 3.
That's right.
Because it's always going to be 1 less than
That's
the
right.
length.
That's right. It's the off by 1 problem, 0 indexed arrays.
Yeah,
So
that I get it so well, and then I use it in my own code, and then I just like forget.
Yep. Well, but you can prove it to yourself.
Yes.
So then you're good.
Okay. Excellent. And I know it. I get it.
Yeah.
It's just that I have to remember it. That's why it's always in this basic for loop logic. It's always a lesson.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. So I'll just kind of read what it's doing. So we have our function called compare triplets, and I'm going to talk in plain English.
I love it.
So we're going to have 2 people that each have 3 different scores for whatever the crap they're doing. I can't remember. Are they doing sports?
Yeah. Is it sports or points or some shit?
Oh, It's two people that each created a problem for HackerRank, and they have score categories for their HackerRank problem.
Yeah. So whoever has the biggest dump.
Whoever has the biggest dump on their algorithm.
Can you just explain for the audience where the dumps joke even came from?
Okay. So once upon a time, I can't remember if I was raiding or if I was in a dungeon or something. I think I was raiding. So I play World of Warcraft for everyone who's watching. I played for a very long time, and I'm very competitive.
By the way, for the 4 lost souls that are watching us, I just love you for being here. Like,
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy this ridiculous story. All right, go ahead.
Story time.
So I
Play
played
World of Warcraft.
and
And I was doing a raid one night. And I was like getting better. I felt like I was a little behind this expansion, and I've been working hard, catching up. And I did I yell? Like, oh my gosh, my DPS!
Yeah.
Like second or whatever. And I
DPS.
freaked out. And then did you say it?
Yeah, I think I just said it, yeah.
John was just like, those are like, those are dumps. Those big dumps.
Like
And I was
3,000 dumps
yes.
per second.
Yeah,
3,000 dumps.
That's what it was like.
Yeah.
Dumps per second.
It's a lot of dumps.
It's
A lot of dumps. So now it's a running joke. And this is dumps, D-U-M-P-S. If you can't hear through the mic, it's not dumps like we're dunking. It's like actual dumps. So I have a lot of dumps in World of Warcraft. Mass dumps.
All right, cool.
Mass dumps.
Okay.
So anyways, we have
two people with
scores.
They're
They're
dump
dump
scores
scores
for their algorithms.
And they're competing.
So
So we're going to compare each of their 3 scores, and based on a couple of conditions that determine how points are awarded, that's what we were figuring out. So on the condition, if Alice has a higher score than Bob, she'll get a point. If Bob has a higher score than Alice, I almost said Alex, whatever, who cares? Then Bob will get a point. Otherwise, there are no points awarded.
Nice.
So it's
So it's pretty simple, straightforward, and I feel like our logic reflects that.
So do you expect this function to work?
I do,
Cool.
but let's see.
Run it.
The
The answer is in the code, and the code doesn't lie.
Code never lies. So what is the error actually telling you right now?
Error. It's telling me I can't join the result.
That's right.
So whatever my result is, I can't put it together.
That's right. Do you know what data type has a method on the prototype which is called join?
It'd be a string, right?
No. No. And you can open up your DevTools and try some string and try .join. Cool. Yeah, this works too.
Concatenating all the elements in an array, or an array like object. So they need to be empty arrays.
So what did we find out?
The join method, it returns a string
Mm-hmm.
by concatenating all the elements in an array.
Bingo. So what does that imply about our error?
That means that the result that they're getting is not an array.
Bingo. You're pro.
So does that mean?
So why is the result not an array? Like, why not?
Because they're just getting integers here.
They're just getting integers
Or,
here.
yeah, they're just because like we're just incrementing integers.
Okay.
But hang on.
So you,
This is dumb, and I disagree with the problem.
yikes.
I don't think the score, it should be a total. It should not be an array.
Is my Zoom lagged out or something? Oh, no, hold on. No, my brain isn't working. Sorry. Say it one more time.
I think that the result they should be looking for is a total of points, not an array.
Audrey, homegirl.
Am I not understanding it?
In an interview, you don't want to tell them that their question was bad.
It's not an interview.
I'm just saying.
I would never.
Okay.
And you would, the fact that you think that is surprising. I would never say that in an interview.
I am surprised. Yeah, I am surprised because you just let's look over this function one more time. And there's something very basic, and you're 1,000% smart enough to figure it out. There's something very basic going wrong.
Is it because Alice and Bob are not empty arrays?
So why would that matter? So let's work backwards, right? I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan of working backwards. And when we run the code, we saw an error. So that is our end result. So let's work backwards from that. And so what did we find out about this error?
That the result that it's getting is not an array.
That's right. So why?
Well, we have no return.
Yes.
That's the answer.
Yes, there's no result because the result is undefined. It's very basic. It's not about Alice or Bob. It's like you need to return something.
Yeah. Does that need to go after this phrase?
So,
Yes.
okay, thank you. I feel like such a tool because I'm like turning your questions back on you. Like, what if you didn't do it? What would happen? Right? Like, let's figure
Which you
this.
can totally do.
Okay.
And I'm going to answer you as if you are John, not an interviewer. This is copy and coding, not copy and interviewing.
You're right. You're doing really good though.
Thank you. I'm having fun. It's a smile on my face, like a goofball doesn't show it.
Whoever ends up winning, would you mind changing the variable name to John?
Sure.
Thanks.
As long as it'll let me, I don't see why.
Whoever's got the biggest dumps.
Whoever has those big dumps. So we need to. What do we return? Great question. Let's look at what they want.
Oh, they. Wow. This is what I was
upset about to begin with.
Yeah.
Is
That we're returning their two scores separated by a comma. I just want the winner score.
Right.
Winner. But whatever, we'll have Bob's score. Whoever's the winner. Okay.
Could be a participation thing. It's 2021, Audrey.
No comment.
If you took a dump at all, you win. Everybody poops, Audrey.
Everybody poops. So do we need to have an array that's like winning score, comma, losing score?
It'll tell you in the question.
Oh. Alice's score is in the first position and Bob's is in the second.
Sweet.
Okay.
So
So
then
it's not even telling you who the winner is. Okay, so it's A, comma, B.
Um.
No. Alice, comma, Bob.
Great. Let's run it.
Alright.
Whoa! Look at my codes, man.
Look at my kids. Okay.
I think this was great. Is there anything else? Do you want to look it over one more time and just?
They tied, so we get to name them both John.
Oh, damn it! Variable pollution. Yeah, we'll cover that next time. If your dumps are polluting, we don't want that.
Nope.
We're green here. We're green like the sample test case result.
Hey, this is cool. I can submit this.
Yeah, now there's only one viewer, and I wonder why. I gotta switch up the humor and actually be funny next time.
Next time we'll open with a dad joke.
Yeah, we'll open. Oh man.
Submit!
Look at that.
Look at that.
Passed all the
Oh,
tests.
did you even submit it for the last one that was super easy?
I did.
Okay, get those
Look.
points.
I'm 9 points away from my first
Sweet.
21 of 30 points for my first hacker rank. Should we preview the next challenge?
All right. Yeah. Next time on.
A
A very big sum. That's what it's called.
A very big dump is more like it. All right.
I'm going to read the opening sentence.
Okay.
In this challenge, you're required to calculate and print the dump elements in an array, keeping in mind that some of those integers may be quite large. Those big dumps. To make an even bigger dump.
Wow.
I hope a future employer never watches this.
I hope they always watch it. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you.